to understand how is Tosca, how to use this tool, and how to automate with Tosca. Okay, so is there anyone who is joining today, uh, who did not join yesterday and who is here today? Okay. Okay, so I assume everyone are already there. So I'll just give you a quick recap of what is being done till yesterday.
I have
And
joined
we'll,
today.
okay, who's that? It's not prompting.
Manjula.
Okay, hi Manjunath. Yes, okay, so
Hi.
I just gave a brief description of what is Tosca and how do we use, what is the syllabus that we are covering. Okay, you can refer to the last two videos. Okay, so I'll just give a
Yeah.
quick recap of yesterday and then we can start today's session. If you have any questions, I'll give
Okay.
you some time. Yeah, I'll give you some time after 10 or 15 minutes I speak, then you can pose your questions. That should be fine,
Okay.
right? Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for your cooperation. Yes. So yesterday we have seen not only the Tosca, we have also seen what are the different products from Tricentis. So from test automation perspective, management perspective, mobile testing, performance testing, data changes. And so if you ask me how many technologies Tosca will support, it is 160 plus technologies it will support. And you can do an end-to-end testing and all different types of testing can also be done. Regression, functional, UI, API, everything. And testing life cycle, sorry, Tosca Tricentis life cycle is you can start with creating a modules, build the test cases, run execution list, generate reports, apply requirements. Everything can be done in a single go. So it will also help you in doing a requirement traceability matrix without you putting much of efforts. Just by creating requirements and tagging to them, it will help us to know how much weightage, what is the execution percentage, everything can be seen in this requirement section. And test data management is pretty possible with TDS server that we are using. That is a additional feature from Tosca Tricentis, and that can be done. So yeah, it is also helping with live comparator to select what test cases to automate. Okay, so yesterday we just started understanding what is this model-based testing, and we have identified our system under test, that is demo web shop. We have registered to it. I hope you have just gone through the application end to end so that you will understand what can happen in the system under test. So today we'll dig deep more about what is this model-based test automation approach, and then we start. So this is the basic. So we are entering the third era of test automation. Okay. So it is script-based test automation. It started with script-based, then it slowly moved to the model-based no-code automation tool as with Tosca, and now it is AI powered automation. So everything is AI. So AI is entering slowly to write the test automation, also to manage the test automation also. So these are the latest trends in model-based testing approach. So if you see what does it do, it is a scriptless no-code automation. So abstraction of technical layer SUT into the business. So I hope everyone knows what are the different layers that we have. If not, you can just walk through of what are the different layers. So abstraction of technical layer, like there's a technical layer, so it will grab all the information in the technical layer into a business layer. Okay. And once you update the module, change is automatically propagated across the test cases. So there is no need for you to go and change each and every test case. The model will take care of everything. So why is this important? Because it is efficient and it can be reused as many times as you want. And even if there is a small change that will, even if you update your model or module, it will reflect back to all the test cases that you create. Okay. So there is no need for you to go again, check each and every test case. It is automatically done. And we can achieve 90% of automation rates, and even the business users can understand what is happening. Maybe they might not understand how to create a test case, but seeing the look and feel, they will understand what is what. Okay, so what is happening in which thing. Organization can save costs and lower the resources. How are they doing? So manual resources can be converted to automation resources very quickly and easily. So this is what has happened to one of my project, where we have converted 10 manual resources for that project into automation with very minimum cost. Like we just gave the overview of AS1 and AS2, and we have told us them to take them. So they started creating everything, they started doing, and we had given enough help. Rather than taking outside resources, we have converted and manual resources into automation. Why is this important? Because it achieves 160 plus automation, test automation technology. So it is easier not to go here and there. One tool, hypermarket, it is like a hypermarket. You go to the Tricentis, you get everything. Whatever kind of testing you want to do, it will give you a product. Build a model once, reuse across any technology. Like once you build it, it's not like once you build a model, it has to be used only for web application testing. No, that is not. If it is useful for your other kinds of testing, also you can use it. Standardization and flexibility can also be done. So what are the challenges? So this one is no more a challenge because they have come up with new features like Vision AI and other new things with AI. So high frequency of application changes, test maintenance might be nightmare. It was previous challenge, but now it is not. Lack of skilled resources, yes, this is there in the market. So there are very less people who, compared to the requirement, if you say the people with Tosca are less, and so that is one challenge that might be here. And slow releases due to manual testing, so it is mostly highly applicable and highly relatable for what I can say, agile process and DevOps process. So if it is slow release, still you can do it. Cost and reuse intensive. Yeah, that is what cost. Obviously, like some of the people might think it is a cost. It is more costly than other free resources. So that might be one way where I can say out of 20 or 25 clients, 2 or 3 clients might go back because they are not ready to afford this cost. Okay, so how will be the script of our Tosca? If you ask me, so everyone will come back and ask, so you are telling there's no script, I don't write any script, then how do I start creating my test cases? So in that scenario, if you see, this is an application which has make, engine performance, year of construction, number of seats, everything. This is an application that I suppose I am taking. So if you have to write a script, this is how you write 100 lines of code, or at least 20-25 lines of code. Okay. But now how are we doing? So this is called as business information. But how are we doing? So this is the application and this is the model, automation model that we are creating with Tosca. And here we are alone giving the technical information. So if you see, this is a vehicle data. That is what I mentioned this model about. And what is this? Make, engine performance, year of construction, number of seats. So everything is given very clearly. So even a non-Tosca user also, when he sees the model, he will understand maybe this might be related to this page. So that is the feasibility, or that is the user experience Tosca can give you. Okay. And yes, you will understand how to make this model in next coming classes, but this is how we do it. Yeah. So any questions still here? Any sort of questions, you can post it here.
Once, this is Srinivas. You said like you are going to provide practical, for the mail IDs for the practical session, right? Which we need to
Mhm.
practice. So,
Correct.
till how many days you are going to provide that? Till the completion of the course, or further also we can use that credentials?
Yeah, you can use the credentials further also.
Oh,
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Will you cover Tosca DI?
No, we are not covering Tosca DI in this.
Oh,
It is a part of advanced course.
okay.
Okay. So there was a request to go a little slow. Okay, I'll take it little slow. You can just tell me because I might be comfortable with the last batches that I'm covering. So they might uh, catch up with my speed, or I might have tuned to their frequency. Okay, so it might take 2 or 3 days. Don't worry. Try to put, I'll try to be as much slow as I can. If you want me for any other request, you can always ping me or hear me out because I'll not be seeing the chats while I'm on the screen. So you can always raise your hand and tell your query. Okay, so this is called as automation model. Till here, any questions? No, right? So now everyone will ask the next question is, what is the system requirement I should have to have this Tosca installed? Okay, so it should be i4 dual core, 2.4 gigahertz. RAM should be 8 GB. Hard disk space, it would be good if it is more than 10 GB. And network, obviously, you will have more than this network. So these are the very basic requirements that you have to have if you have to install Tosca. Okay, so yes, today and tomorrow I might be little boring for you. Okay, maybe after tomorrow or day after, we can start installing Tosca and then we can start the practical sessions. So till then, whatever I'm telling, try to get as much as you can. Okay. So if you see in the market, most of the time you have a comparison between whether I have to learn Tosca or whether I have to learn Selenium, or even if you see the job descriptions also. So there might be more number of Selenium or Java openings than Tosca. Okay, so people do come back to me asking for, I don't see any Tosca job opening, how to do it. No, there are there. You have to just put your see in that way of the vision. Okay, so as everyone is understanding or talking about these two, let us understand what are the differences between Tosca and Selenium. So how is Tosca different from Selenium? By the whatever the information that I have given till now, you might have already understood mm, at least 2 or 3 differences between Selenium. Can anyone pitch in here and tell me what did you understand? What are the differences till now we have seen between Selenium and Tosca? Anything.
Tosca,
It might be lame. I don't mind. You have to speak up.
Tosca support web
Codeless.
application, SAP and Salesforce, etc. But
Correct.
Selenium supports only web application.
Very good. Good point, Deepika. Yeah, other was telling
Yeah, it
codeless.
is a codeless. In
Correct.
Selenium,
It
we
is
need to have some.
correct. Abhilash is saying codeless. Any other thing that you observed?
Torso is a paid tool and Selenium is not a paid one.
Very good. Very good points. Next. Any other?
Efficiency is more in this 80% more efficiency.
Okay, 80% more efficiency. See, just by understanding what is Tosca, you could tell me the differences. At least 5 you have figured out. Okay. So that is a very good number that we got. So in the same perspective, I'll just try to figure out few more things. You can just listen to that. Okay. So type of application, as already Deepika told, it supports almost all applications. Selenium only supports web application. So paid and free. This is also told by one of our participant, I guess, Anjali. So Tosca is licensed software and Selenium is a free open source tool. And automation type, this is a model-based automation. And here it is a Selenium code-based automation. Abhilash has told we have to write code and codeless. Scripting, completely it is not required for Tosca, but for Selenium, yes, we need little scripting. You have to understand what is Selenium, Java, Python, everything. API testing is also possible with Tosca, and it is not feasible with Selenium. So test data management, as I've already told, there is a TDS server that is there in with Tosca feature that will help you to store all your internal information. Selenium, it doesn't support any test data management. Reusability of test cases, yes, it is highly reusable in Tosca. If you ask, there is a concept called library with which we can reuse our test steps n number of times. Selenium, yes, it is very low compared to Tosca. So so I say Tosca is highly reusable. Exploratory testing is also can be done with Tosca. And in Selenium, there is no exploratory testing. CI integration, yes, it supports CI/CD tools, and Selenium supports most of the tools like Jenkins. QC or Jira integration is possible with this Tosca tool. Selenium, it is possible in Selenium, but with a third party dependency. So you have to go. Okay, not only QC Jira, there is also one more tool called Q test from Tricentis itself. So that can also be incorporated, or it can be integrated with our Tosca. Okay. Yes, I have to talk about the support very big because I'm pretty impressed with the support that Tricentis people will give us. So generally, when you take a license from the project, I will tell you my own experience. Okay, so there was the first project that I started working with Tricentis, so I know nothing about it. So when we purchased as a project, we purchased a license with Tosca Tricentis people. So they have given us separate, I mean, one person to our project to set up our total project with Tosca and whatever the challenges that you are facing. So they have given a like 6 hours of time of that particular Tricentis. He is a person from Tricentis itself. He will help us to set up the project end to end. Okay. So that kind of support that we can expect from Tricentis people. So sometimes they also take the responsibility of giving the licenses to the people who come into the project, who go out of the project. They also take responsibility of setting up the CI/CD pipelines and Jenkins and all. So this much level of support they will give from project perspective, if you ask me. Okay. So coming to non-project perspective, I am not sure. I'm not sure. I am stuck with this. Okay. So what you can do is, let me open that page and show you.
I have a question. For QC Jira integration, can we also integrate Tosca with TestRail?
Test trail, I'm not sure. I have to check because we never did the test trail. Okay. Okay. I'm sharing the screen. Let me share back my screen. Okay, so this is a Tricentis knowledge base. Okay, so this knowledge, everything is coming from Tricentis people. There are few people sitting and solving all the tickets that we raise. Okay, so you can, you have to have a business email ID again for this. Okay, you can raise it, but most of the time there is no need for us to go and create every time. You just have to type where you are stuck. Okay, so suppose it is a database. I'll just say database and I'll just try searching. So all that information about databases, how to set it up, what is happening, why is it not clear, everything related information, all the information is getting here. Okay. And when you open any of this article, if you want to know the key features of this, suppose. So I open it. So they give a very detailed information of each and everything, what is there, what is not there, what is a new thing that I've added, what are the different steps that you can do. All those things are present in this knowledge base. It is pretty much helpful. Most of the people will try to get information from here itself. Okay. So if you see, I am not able to get this. So this article helps you to how to install Google Chrome browser. So this will help you. Each and every step is given here. There is no need for you to go onto the Google and type for the issue that you are facing. You can rather come here, search for it, and you will get all the information. So this kind of support Tosca or Tricentis people are giving us so that we can utilize the what I can say, tool more and more efficiently in our day-to-day activities. Okay. So it's actually a very good thing that they are putting a step forward to make their tool comfortable for everyone who are trying to use it. Yes, and coming to the Selenium, yes, Selenium is not supported by a dedicated team. R&D is only course of action. Like you have to go on the Google, you have to just type what is the issue. Maybe there are some top websites they respond to you. I don't remember that. So there you have to go and check for what is the issue. And
Any
criteria.
database knowledge required for this, like SQL and all?
It is good if you have it because we will be doing database, right? So it was good. Okay. Yes, and coming here, so if you are asking for the support perspective, no, it is not. If you're asking in general, yes, it is good if you have it. Yeah, framework, again, there is no need. So before I talk about this framework, we have another a big picture of what is framework and all. So in general terms, you know what is a framework. So for Tosca, there is no separate framework. You have to just use the inbuilt framework that is already there. But in Selenium, you have to write a specific framework. As I've already told, there is an object library which can help us to manage large number of scripts. It doesn't have an integrated library or repository in Selenium. Yes, I've told already this reporting. Yes, this is reporting. You can customize your reports. You can give the reports that are already come in the Tosca tool. You can just share them with all your team and we can start with it. And Selenium, it lacks built-in reporting. There is no separate reporting. If you have to do, you have to manually tell this is what, but this reports, whatever you generate from Tosca are based on your execution percentage, based on your coverage percentage, everything is clearly given in part of this. Yes, miscellaneous, as I've already told, exploratory management, data warehouse testing. SAP testing can also be done. Here, Selenium doesn't support SAP or unit design or test data management, anything. And already discussed, already figured it out that speed of the creation of script is very fast compared to the Selenium and Tosca. So if at all, if you are asked in any of the interview, why Tosca, why not Selenium, you can pitch in few of the points. It would give up interviewer a very good image on you. And where does Tosca stand in the automation testing world? Yes, Tosca has a very good market. If you have seen in my first class, I have showed you the LinkedIn, how much the job market is there in India and out of India also. Okay, so you can just go through in your LinkedIn and check how many openings are there in day out. So almost like every 4 hours or 3 hours, we are getting new openings for Tosca. And it is quickly emerging as a top test automation tool among the testing professionals worldwide. And reason being, it's a good integration with other popular automation testing tools and it is easy understanding, efficient use, accuracy, and consistency throughout the test scripts, which make it perfect tool for any organization's testing toolkit. So I don't think it's necessary for me to again pitch in with the advantages because we have already understood most of the advantages of Tosca. I told one-stop solution that functions without a script and drag and drop. Here it is all about drag and drop. Okay, if you are using a laptop without a mouse, I would recommend at least for first 1 week or 2 weeks, try to get a mouse. It will help you to understand this tool more because we have to drag it and drop it somewhere. That is a major thing that we do, and help testers with management test tools, both GUI and non-GUI supported. So there is no external framework, major support of technologies, reduce use of artifacts and test data. It is the best vendor support we have, and reducing in regression testing time. So disadvantages, yes, I generally don't talk about disadvantages, but there are some people who wants to understand the disadvantages. So for them, I have put it. So if you see, Tosca has limited community support in the sense, in the Google, you don't find many articles for Tosca. But when I started, it was like zero. I had none of the support from Google. But nowadays, people who started using Tosca regularly, they have started putting out some or the other information in this Tosca. So now you can get that. Okay. So now again, if you ask me, this is again not a good disadvantage. Yes, cost wise, it is expensive than other open source tools. Resources like RAM, CPU, it has to be more efficient. It has to more have the requirements. Integration problems. Yes, Tosca cannot be integrated with Git. That is perfectly correct. But yes, there is one, there is no need for us to use Git. Okay, so in that perspective, I'll tell you how there is no need to use this Git. And maintenance problems, the model-based test runner approach led to maintenance problem. It might be a scenario, it might lead to a maintenance problem, but I never faced it if you ask me. So this is model-based testing approach.
Problem as code maintenance problem after deliver.
No, we never seen it, core maintenance problem, because that is what this model-based approach, it will hold off everything. So even for Salesforce application, if you know, it has a very more number of releases compared to others. So for that also, we have never faced any kind of code issues after deployment or something. So coming back here, model based, you have to understand what kind of application. It might be SAP, it might be HTML, it might be database, it might be Salesforce, any kind of application. We grab the technical information, we create a module, we grab the business information, we create a test case. Yeah, so risk-based testing. So Tosca is very popular about risk-based testing. Anyone knows what is risk-based testing here? No one knows what is risk-based testing. You have never come across risk-based testing?
No.
It is a type of testing you have to prioritize according to like its risk of failure.
Correct. Okay, you are almost there. So we find which application or which module or which particular scenario, if you don't test, how much risk might happen. It might be any kind of risk. It might be a financial risk. It might be any other risk that is involved. So we assess the risk first, then we identify the test cases. Based on the risk assessment, we try to get the test cases. After we identify the test cases, we give the priority. Okay. So this is called risk-based testing. We understand when we talk about requirements in Tosca, we understand how this risk-based testing can be efficiently done and easily done with Tosca. Okay. So risk-based testing is one
Same
approach.
like we are doing in
It's
the
as
Jira, right? Prioritize the like bugs. Is it relatable? Right?
So there you are prioritizing the bugs. Here we
Yeah.
prioritize the functionality itself.
Okay.
ma'am, is agile also comes under risk-based testing?
No, Agile is not a risk-based testing.
No, in
In
agile
Agile,
we
so
follow.
in Agile, you might use risk-based testing.
Yeah, that's what was my
Yeah.
question.
Yes, you can. So distributed execution, yes, you have to have a user, you have to have a Jenkins machine. You have to set up this Dex server and you have to have agent machines and you. So anyone has any idea about this distributed execution? Anyone has tried in your previous projects or current project? So no one knows what is distributed execution? Okay, okay. Okay, so I'll take it as no. We will see more clearly what is distributed execution, how to set it up, how to execute, and how to get the information. So distributed execution is nothing but we are distributing our test execution. Okay, suppose I have some 200 test cases to run for today. So if I have to come in the morning, log in, I have to run it manually. If you have to do today, I might do 20, tomorrow I might do 30, a day after tomorrow. It might take 3 to 4 days. But when you set up a distributed execution, so all the 200 test cases, by the time you come back to the office, you can, if you set it up on Jenkins, you can trigger a job and it can run all these 200 test cases before you come back to the office, and then you can go check the failures, you can understand what is what. Okay, or if you just sit in front of your system, do a Dex setup and you do it, you can work simultaneously and simultaneously your execution is also happening. Okay, so that means it is reducing all your effort of 3-4 days. It is reducing the time that is taken for this test execution. So that is called you are distributing your executions. Yeah, so handling of dynamic test data can be done. You can also test record it. It is compatible with different types of applications. So that is all about model-based testing approach. Okay, so now we will talk about what is the architecture of Tosca. Okay, so this is the first interview question if you are joining. Okay, so what is the architecture? What are the different components of Tosca? So if you tell, so this is the architecture. So here is a Tosca commander. I call it as a hero because this is the one who takes the responsibility of communicating with the repository, with the license, with the executor, and this Tosca commander itself, where we day in, day out perform our test case creation or execution or whatever you want. Here is where we play around. Okay, so then we will see what is this Tosca command. Okay, so this all happens at the back end. You never see it in your front end, but you might understand. Okay, whenever I'm trying to execute it, my Tosca executor is coming into the picture. So whenever I'm trying to log in with my license, Tosca commander is saying, hey server, so are you there? So this is the email ID, this is the password I am giving. So my user is giving, can you check he has a license or not? So if it has a license, you will get a success message. If not, license server says, no boss, they don't have correct license. So then Tosca commander will display according to the instruction or the information that is coming from the license server. So repository will help us to save the test cases or information that is that we want to store it from the Tosca commander. So this acts like a database. Okay, so now let us see what is this Tosca commander. Okay, so this is a Tosca commander. So in, day out, this is the tool that you downloaded. This is a tool that you install it. Okay, so once you install it, all these components are automatically coming. You don't need to create any one of them. Okay, getting the points or any confusion? Okay, so this is the Tosca command. By seeing itself, you can understand what is what. Okay, so here is where I start creating my test cases. Here is where I dump all my test cases. I start creating it. So this is where I execute all my test cases. This is called as execution tab. And this is called as modules tab, where we start with I was reiterating today about the technical information that we give. So if you see, this is the technical information of my register page. So you might have registered for this demo web shop, right? So if you see, these are the components that I wanted to use for my test case. So I grabbed it as a technical information in my automation, say Tosca Commander as a module. Once the module is created, I just simply have to drag this and drop it onto my test case folder. And here creates my test case. So whatever the action that I have to perform, I have to give an input. I'll simply go give the input. And whatever the password I have to give, I simply go give the password. And whatever click, I just have to click on this. So I'll just give this command of click. So do you think for this, I did write any lines of code?
But ma'am, this test case you created, before that, you had to create any framework or how this new test case and all this came
See, I
from
just, so you will get to know, okay. So you have to be little slow. You will understand how to do it. But with the model that is already created, so how much time did I take to create one test step? Hardly less than 3 seconds,
yeah.
correct? Okay. So this model creation is also pretty much easy as you think. Okay. So there, because you don't need to write any lines of code, you just have to understand what is that you want for your test case. Okay. So that is where your thought process will start. Okay. So we will do this one by one, step by step with all the exercises, and you will get to create your first test case within 2 or 3. After you install Tosca, within 2 or 3 days, you will start your first test case creation. Okay. And I'm reiterating, there is absolutely no framework that you have to write. You just have to create a module. Okay. All right. So let us come back here. So as you have seen the architecture, Tosca Commander being the hero. So this is again, it is the one which integrates with Jira, ALM or Qtest or whatever you ask for. So it will integrate it. So Tosca Executor will come into the picture when you run your test case, and license server will be helpful to check for your licenses. In the Tosca Commander, if you see, these are the different tabs that you have seen all through your commander. Okay, if you have observed, that is what I've shown you. A test case component, module component, test case design, execution, requirement. So these are called different components of Tosca. Okay, so this one. So what are the major components of Tosca? Major components are Tosca Commander, Executor, Wizard, and Repository. So Commander is a place where you start creating your information. Executor is a place where you execute your test case. Wizard is one which helps you to get all your modules created. And repository is a place where you save all your test data. Okay, so that is what is clearly given here. So Tosca Commander serves as an user interface of the tool, enabling users to design, maintain, execute, analyze test cases. It is a foundational component of Tosca test suite, structured with various sections such as requirements, modules, test cases, test script design, execution, and reporting. So here are some things that you have to understand before we start our practical, because I will be asking you go there, go here, because you will be, most of the time I will ask you to present your screen and show me what is an error. So in such situation, I'll just tell you, go to the hierarchical view. Okay, go to the test tab view, go to the detailed view. So then you have to follow my instructions. So for that, you have to understand all this very clearly. So let me help you out with all the information that is necessary for you. Okay. So this is called as navigation pane or the tree view. So here, if you see, you will understand the structure of how is your modules created. Okay. So if you're working on this, so this is called navigation pane. You can navigate from one module to other module. Okay, so this will be the same for any of the tab that you ask. Okay, so for test cases also it is a navigation pane. For modules also it is a navigation pane. For execution also it is a navigation pane. Okay, so whenever I say navigation pane, you immediately have to go here and navigate from one point to other point. Okay, please do remember this will help you to reduce the time in our next coming classes because it will be mostly you will have to understand this. Okay, so this is called navigation pane and this is called properties tab. So whatever the module that you are highlighting here, so that particular properties are being displayed here. Okay, so we'll talk about these properties. How are these created? When is this created? You will get to understand. But first you have to understand this is a property tab which shows the property of the highlighted section. So if I'm highlighting this, these are the properties of this. If I'm highlighting this, this is a property. So if you see the properties are changing one after the other if you change it. So also in your test case section, that will be the same. So this is a property of my test case. And these are other properties of my test cases. So this is called as property pane or properties tab. This is navigation pane. This is properties pane. And the middle one which you are seeing is called working pane. So here is where you have to work, you have to start working. Okay. So whatever the things that you have to give either input or the click operation or you have to pass some passwords, everything will be done in the middle part called as working pane. Getting the point?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is navigation pane, this is working pane, this is properties pane. Okay. And what is this? So this is the main menu. So if I say main menu, you have to navigate from this, and this. Okay. So this is a main menu where you see project, home, view, tools, and test cases and API testing. So this is called as a main menu. And this is a title bar which helps you to understand. Okay. So which will make you understand where is your project saved and what is the path of your project and what is your project name. Okay, so this is called as title bar. And these are the different tabs. So these are the different tabs that you have to navigate along. Okay, so first we'll start with this. Next we'll start with this. Next is the execution. Next is the test case design. But in middle, we will also see the requirements. Okay, so this is the structure of our learning. First thing from tomorrow or day after, you will be starting with this modules. How to create a module? How is this module created? What are the things that has to be in the module? What are the best practices that you have to follow as part of this module? Okay, so everything is clear when we started. Okay, so and this is called as a main project. So whenever you start creating it, so you have to start creating with a project name. So whatever the project name that you think you can give it, and this project name will be populated here. And these are the tabs or the components that will automatically come up once you create a new workspace. Okay, so there are a couple of things more you have to understand. So, but today this is what you have to understand. So you're getting, is it more for you for today? So properties, tabs, details. So here also there is a status tab where you understand what is the status. So here if you see there is, now it is ready. Okay, if I'm trying to run it, so then it will change it. If you see it is quickly changing, one object is selected. And when I start running it, it will give me run. All those things will be updated in the status bar. Okay. So clear till here? Any questions?
Mansa, will you provide any notes for this?
Yes, notes will be given. Don't worry. A detailed notes. Let me show you mine. all the information, everything, whatever I teach. More than that, you get all these notes. Okay. So don't worry about the notes. Please listen to the class, get the information, try to do the practical. Notes is not mandatory. Okay. Notes
One more
will be given.
one. Sorry.
Yeah.
One more question is like, as we are having, this is a license version, right? Can we try work with all the elements in the trial version, or any other plan you have, like probability of sharing the license or shared license is already there for us?
See, license, they have given a free license to taste whatever is there in the main version. Everything, all the access is given for us for free license also. So there is no harm for us to use the trial version. Okay, so it is same, however you have the trial, uh, uh, license version, the same version of software is given as a trial version. Okay.
Okay, then in that case, like debugging and everything, you'll get it. I mean, full version of elements will be available for free trial also. Just a question, because I've seen in my other tools which was not giving a full efficiency.
Okay. No, it is completely the same. I don't see any difference between the, I mean, maybe the latest feature called Vision AI, for that you have to have that access. But yes, for that one also we have a workaround and we can do it. I never have seen any challenge with the free version or the trial version or the license version.
Okay, thanks. One last
Actually,
question. Do we need to
no,
work? Sorry, I'll complete. Yeah, sorry. Do we have to work on the identifiers, because this is a kind of zero code, which I understand, right? So
Mm.
do we need to work on the identifiers also, or you don't need to even find the identifiers for this tool? Like that's how it
No
works.
need, no need to find identifiers also.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Yes. Question, please.
yeah. Actually, I installed Tosca almost like 8 months ago, but
Mhm.
still it is available and I can use it. So, will there be
Good.
any expired date for the trial, or will it work like that?
Yeah, it will be, there will be an expiry date. Okay. So, but what email ID you are using? Can I know it?
I think I have used the corporate one when I
Yeah,
was
that is
working
why.
with them. When I was working with them, I used that one. But yeah,
Maybe
but
they did
currently I'm
not
not.
revoke the access for you. So that's why you are still able to see it. Generally, it will be 45 days. If it is a project,
Oh.
so they might have, if it is a project, right, they might have taken for 2 or 3 years. So sometimes if admin is not taking care of this kind of things happen. So they might have
Mhm.
forgotten to revoke the access for you. So that's why you're still able to have the access.
Actually, they were not aware. I just did on my own. I did not inform anyone. Right.
Okay, so that might be other thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? So till
Mansa,
here,
like, do we have like regular hands-on sessions on daily basis, like whatever we get theory and on the same day we get hands-on, like that kind of training, or
yeah,
like be weekly basis of sessions, like hands-on practice?
no, it is daily. Daily you will have to do. Don't worry about hands-on practice. I'll make you to do enough practices. So once you are deployed in the project, you will be ready to do whatever the challenge that you get. Okay. So it will be
Okay.
daily practice. I'll just explain you the concept for today, and then you have to sit in front of the system and you have to do it. And what else? Yeah,
Yeah,
ask your
and
question.
one more thing, like as you told, like distributed executions, like which we can execute as a background job to execute the test cases. Like we have to do some separate specific remote desktop system to perform that actions, or like with Tosca only we can schedule it and it can be run in night time, and when we get back to office, we can just check the status kind of monitoring.
You will run it from your local machine, but obviously you should have this different agent machines to be set up.
Okay. Like we have from Tosca side, what is the like for execution we use?
What is that? I mean, what kind of this thing. So there are some settings and there are some what I can say, some configurations that you have to do from Tosca perspective that we'll be doing as part of our exercise.
Okay, fine.
One
Thanks.
question. Actually, I heard about this tool as like, it's like while we are doing in the development phase itself, we can start doing the automation.
Yes,
And it
correct.
auto-generates the test cases and requirement. Understanding the requirements, it auto-generates the test cases and automates those. Is it true? Like probably
Yes, it
I
is
want
true.
to.
It is true.
Okay.
So that is where live compare comes into the picture. Okay. So in one of the in one of the slide, I've showed you about live compare here. So here live compare itself, this again a Tricentis product. It will help us to understand or select the test cases, and you can create, so whatever the test cases it is identified, you can start automating much before the development is started. Okay, so that is how Vision AI has a greater visibility and it made us do it. I'll show you how that is with a very small example. I can show you how it is happening in our current project perspective.
It also handles the VPN side because there is some challenges when we are working with other
Yes.
tools. So VPN is not being accessed and it becomes a challenging time. And especially the captcha is not been captured. That kind of challenges it handles this tool.
Yes, it handles.
Okay. We can work on hands-on can happen on these two also. These items also you mean to say, right? In the class.
No, the second one which you asked, it is a very pretty advanced topic. Okay. So the first thing what you have told, yes, I can cover it as part of our course. But the second thing is advanced topic. So that can be covered as advanced course, not in this course.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, let us take some doubts. Sorry? Your voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear.
Are you showing the distributed concept also here?
Yes, we are doing a distributed concept also here. It's an hands-on.
And
Akhil,
one more
what
question.
is... Yes, please go ahead.
Yep. So as I told you, I installed this Tosca with my previous company, which one I was working. I'm not with them now. So if for the certifications, will my certifications be tied to their email ID or I can go with my personal?
You can go with your personal, Prasad.
Even though
I'll tell you. We will discuss about this also in the class. I'll tell you how is it different, what is a personal ID, you can use it. So, and where do you get all your certifications, how to download your certifications, everything is explained.
Okay. So,
yeah, we'll take the questions. Akhil has a question. Akhil, you're able to unmute yourself because you are the one first raise your hand.
Yeah, hi Manasa. Am I
Hello.
audible?
Yes,
hello.
you are audible. Yes, you are
Yeah,
audible.
yeah, I'm having a system configure 5.3 processor, so it will work or
i3, it is little hard. Okay, it will install. Okay, I'm not saying it will not install, but the process, everything will take very lot of time. So if you have to run a test case, it might take 1.5 days also.
okay.
It's better you upgrade it.
Okay.
If you want to give it a try, you can give it a try and see. Maybe later after you face the issue, you will only say, Mansa, I have upgraded my machine.
Yeah, for learning purpose also we need to upgrade like.
Yeah, because that is Tosca needs little more space than what we give.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes. Next question, Ashok. You can answer your question. You can ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, Mansa. So as
Hello.
you mentioned before, development phase itself, we can do the test cases, all the things, right?
Correct.
So based on the requirement, we can do all the working area. We can do all the things, right? There itself.
Correct. We can.
Okay. And one more thing, as you showed me about your screens, I can see the thing is yesterday's shopping cart page. So just drag and drop all the elements, or we need to go with the requirements on the side.
Drag and drop is enough actually.
Okay.
Okay. When you
So
better start,
we'll get all the elements, right? We'll get all the elements.
yeah, we can get all the elements.
Okay. So I think while doing itself for the API, I think we need to go with the more considered.
You will understand more clearly. Okay. So it's just theoretical. You just have to understand the concept. Once we start practical, you will understand more clearly, and the picture will be more easier for you to see.
Okay. Okay. So what about this DA? It's again, we need to take one more course for advanced thing.
Yeah, we are planning for an advance because most of the people are asking for DIs and Jenkins and SAP and something else they were asking. So we are taking up that advanced course. We are launching an advanced course. You can contact my team and show your interest. Whenever we launch it, we'll surely inform you about that. But
So
I
parallel
will
we
say,
can do, or after this one we need to take the DA.
no, after this, because this is a basic. Without this, whatever might be the advanced topic, that is why I told advanced. So basic is necessary for any kind of advanced topic that you have to go.
Yes, only one thing, Mansa, as you mentioned, everyone is working professional here. So everyone, I think most of the people, they are already started with the Tosca assignments also with their professional work. So we'll go into having the 15 days of the sessions will completed, then we can start with the advance, or then after 35 days only we need to start with the advance.
So not needed. Okay. So it is your flexibility. Okay. So we are launching it. So every now and then advance will come up. Okay. Maybe two. So we have to check our timetables also, because I am also a working professional. Okay. So I cannot do it every now and then. So yes, you will have enough time. Okay, so be comfortable with the basic first, so then our advance automatically. Sometimes people who are interested at the starting of this sessions, right, so might not come back and say, ma'am, I need advance, because everything whatever we cover, just you have to just put little more effort from your end and you will be able to achieve that advance by yourself. Okay. So there are some people, but there are some people who come back to me and ask me, you please start with advance. I will help. I want to come back to your session. So if that is the case, yes, I'm sure I'm open. We are open with the new courses also. So you can come back and ask me about advance. Okay. But at this point of time, first, we will only concentrate on basic and then we'll move to the advance.
Yeah, I think most of the, with the 20 sessions, we can cover, I think, most of the things that we can do that, right?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. And one last question, Mansa. So as you mentioned, there's a trial version, we'll get all the element access, all the things, right? Will the same type of support we'll get it from Tricent?
Project support that I told you that no, that will not be there.
Okay. Okay. So once we'll get the license, then only they can provide the support, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Thanks. Mansa. That's for me.
No problem. Yeah. So next, Priyanka, go ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am. My question also was pretty much same. Like, if we face any issues in the middle of the day, then whom to reach for the solution?
I am there all through the day. Okay. So you just drop a note in WhatsApp and wait. You have to give me some time, like when and then you reply. I cannot reply it. You have to give me some time. I'll help you out. You will not face any issue. Okay. So communication wise, don't worry about it. I am there all through your 35 hours, 25/7. Okay. So I'm working back and back. Maybe in the meetings, if I'm there, I might not reply, but most of the time I'll make an effort to give all the support from my end.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Kalyani, your question?
Yeah, actually, you're saying some advance is also plan. You're gonna plan, right? So that will cover Q test and Azure DevOps as well, or what you were gonna plan for that advanced session.
So currently we are passing, we have planned for Q-test, Jenkins, and there are few more things that we are adding up. So the advanced batch, it might take next 5 to 10 days to finalize what is the content that we are giving, but you will be informed if we are doing it. Okay.
Okay. If I mean, actually, I'm looking for Q-test and Azure DevOps integration with Tosca.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Azure DevOps integration, you also you need to understand DEX. Okay, so DEX is a
Yeah.
primary thing from your Tosca perspective. You have to understand. So once you understand the DEX setup, only then you can go for Azure DevOps or Jenkins integration.
Okay. And in the slide while you were explaining, I saw like Tosca supports data warehouse testing as well. It means it's nothing but it support ETL testing also.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Yes, Anjali, your question?
Yeah, actually, this you have talked about the advanced code. So this course is enough for job,
Yes,
job search.
this course is completely enough for you to deploy into a project or attend the interviews, get a project in Tosca. This is enough. Okay. So this advance is people who have come back from my previous batches. So they're requesting because they wanted to learn more about this Tosca. So they have understood that DI is also important. So as they are into current projects and Tosca, whatever they have implemented, they want this DI also to be implemented. So that is why, and who knows more about Tosca? So they are coming about this idea of advance. Okay, so don't worry about it. If you just have to go with the first you have to understand this basic is very important. This course is pretty much enough for you to land in a job, to attend the interviews, to give your certification and badges, everything. This course is like full-fledged. You don't need to go for advance.
Okay, so one more thing, after the completion of course, can you help me, whatever my experience about my, can you help me with personally, resume preparation if I ask you something?
Yes, that is what we have planned for this resume quantification. Okay. So resume quantification will be done as all batch. Okay. So if needed, I will surely help you out to how to do it. But this resume quantification will help you most of your doubts. It will clarify most of your doubts.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And what about this one, like mock interviews, when you will take? Like
It will be at the end, Anjali.
And okay.
End. Everything, whatever we have promised in these sessions, everything will be done. Clear cut way, don't worry. Everything is planned and everything is already implemented in the previous batches. You will get enough of it. That is my promise. See, that is my promise from my end. So your promise that I need to have is you have to attend the sessions till the end of this course, 35 hours of the course. Yes, you have to attend it and then you will get everything, whatever we talk about.
Okay, so manual plus this experience is like enough, or we have to go for the automation part also? So
Anjali, this is automation that you are learning.
okay, this is a tool like with any coding is not required. Like they're asking for both. Some of the like requirement I've seen, they're asking for manual plus automation plus Tosca, everything they are asking. So I
See,
have a confusion.
automation itself is Tosca. Okay, so if they are talking about Tosca, they'll not be talking about any other scripting language.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It is the upon like depends on the requirement, right? Like sometimes.
Yes, don't worry, Anjali. You will have, because there are so many people who have come up with a break also. They have been placed in Tosca now, and they are very much into the Tosca and they are loving the Tosca. Okay, so don't worry. Everything, whatever I give, is enough for you to land on a job. And there is a clause here, you have to put, if I'm putting 50% of effort, you have to put another 75 or 80% of your effort, only then you will be able to. And you should not come back and say, you told you will, we will be placed and you are not regular to my classes, you did not do your assignments, you did not ask any question in the interview and you want me to help you out to land in a job. That will not happen, okay? You will get all your answers, all your questions answered. Please be with me for this 35 hours and you will be trained very well. Okay.
Okay.
And
Hi,
Mansa,
Mansa.
do we have
Is
like
this course is
on-job
enough
support?
for certification, or do we
Yes.
need to go for advanced version?
No need. Everything, product consultant certification is already taken here as part of this. Okay. So everything, whatever we are learning is from interview process, from project perspective, from certification perspective, everything is covered.
And is
Ma'am,
there
one
any fee that we need to
question,
pay for
like we need
certifications?
to, are we
No,
doing this? Hello,
I'll come.
yes.
I'll come. Yeah, Priyanka, go ahead.
Are we doing this for any live project?
Yes, you will get enough live examples. Okay. There
Only
is
one
no
question.
specific. 1 second. There
On-job
was one
support.
question. Let me answer. Yes, I'll come. Okay, so there was a question where you have asked, is there any payment or the amount that we have to pay for product consultant certification? No, absolutely. There is no fees that you have to pay. It's completely, absolutely free. Yeah, Shanti, please ask your question.
Yeah, like do we have on-job support like after the training?
No.
Like do we have anything requirements?
No. On-job support is not needed, but here and there, whenever we are a team, everyone is a working professional. So whenever we see any opportunities, we'll make sure it is posted in all the groups and all the LinkedIn posts of my team and myself. Okay, you can follow us and you will get it. But for now, concentrate on Tosca. Okay, so on-job support is not given. So if you are just looking after, you want a placement, no, we are not doing any placement support assistance.
Yeah, no, not a placement opportunity. Like after placing, like if you have anything requirement, like which we are not much clear about the requirement and need help from you. So in that case, like how we can contact like from your team, or like how we can get clarified with that.
See, we are all in a WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can post your query there, or if you are not comfortable, I'm always there in the WhatsApp. There is my number there. You can ping me saying that, Mansa, this is my issue. Okay. And again, I'm reiterating, you have to give me some time. I'll check and I'll get. So daily, I'm making a practice to give at least 30 minutes or 40 minutes for answering all your queries. Yes, there are people from my first batch also who come back and ask me the questions. I am giving enough time for everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Kalyani, you had a question?
Yeah, Manasa. Actually, only one last question. For in live projects like in industry, while we are working, is Git needed for Tosca automation testing
No,
execution?
it is not needed. There is some other alternative apart from Git. You will understand what is it when I explain about this project's workspaces.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. It's a very good group. We are 13 minutes above our timing. Yes, thank you so much for all your questions and your energy. I love this. Yes, I want this interaction every day, but after I complete my session, yes. Thank you so much for attending our sessions today. Yes, we will do it. Maybe next 2 days again, I'll be more talking. Okay, you will ask all your questions. I'm here to support you. Yes, after that, we will start our practical. We'll install Tosca. All your questions will be addressed. All your queries will be addressed. Everything. Have patience. Attend 35 hours of session and we are here to complete our course. Yes. On that note, we will sign off for today. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Have a very nice day ahead. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.